Hello, and welcome to Glorious Gimmicks, a new series on Dicey Exploits where I take a look at some of the most seemingly unnecessary components added to games and celebrate the flair that they can bring to the table. And what better way to kick off such a monumentous series than a frank discussion about passports? Please bear with me. Pandemic Legacy Season 0's passports are one of the first components you can grab hold of as you excitedly pry open the box, so that means this video will contain no spoilers beyond unboxing, and this is just the prologue game we've set up and subsequently won, and you know what? We don't even need the board for this video. Please cut. Passports contain your character info, housing your pristine stickering and the disguises you're attempting to pass off as decent. But these aren't just functional, they're remarkable pieces of set dressing. In previous Pandemic Legacies, characters just had nice touches to their UI, the bit flimsy yet emotionally endearing folders of Season 1 and the thematically grisly slabs of Season 2 that focused more on the joys of customization by offering a cast of survivors to choose from. But these, and you know what, the theming of the entire box plays so well with the spy thriller narrative the game is going for. Folders that say top secret, do not open don't exactly surprise Legacy veterans at this point, but it totally works with this game. And when you're handed one of these adhesives, when you feel the faux leather across your fingerprints as the golden sheen on the front collects them, you're immediately put in the frame of mind of a jet-setting sleuth that should really be in Calcutta right now. Why are we still talking? And it's not just the game feel that's positively affected by this, but hopefully the endgame effects it'll likely have on our players. If you've seen my video on Betrayal Legacy, you know that I find it possibly the only Legacy title to, you know, leave a legacy. It understands that player expression gives the characters more impact in the story, and therefore the entire game much more personality that the whole genre needs. These little passports not only get you in the right frame of mind right from the off, but they almost build up this memento that you can take away with you once the game ends. And you know what? We should all take a little bit more pride in our passports, regard them all as nice little trophies. They're the only thing getting us off this godforsaken island. Many Legacy games take pride in an ever-transforming board, but many of these will be locked away in boxes, barely ever seen again when the campaign closes. And given the lack of context you may have, feelings of reminiscence if you dig them back up would range wildly from, cool, to, what was the context for all this again? To... And as these can only really stick to one place, given the laws of physical objects, it's unlikely any players beside the owner will ever reflect on it anyway. But with these, after December, I can't see why each player can't just take one of these home and keep them as a little trophy of remembrance. Sure, you could do that with the other character cards from previous seasons, but they don't have the flair in the presentation nor the multitude of player expression that these are going to get over the course of 12 in-game months. I just hope at the end of the campaign there isn't a sentence saying, now just burn the passports, because I want this video to age well. I always wondered if it would be cool to add little achievement stickers to your characters, like military ribbons, as you complete certain objectives in either Pandemic Legacies, but really the achievements are the friends you made along the way, the cities you saved, jeez. But also that's just a bad idea on my part. Going for personal glory in a team-based game kind of goes against the spirit of Pandemic. These not only feel like they respect the characters you're creating, but also the impact they're going to have within and after the 12 in-game months. Their presentation immediately puts you in the frame of mind of a globe-trotting spy. They embellish everything good and bad that happens to your character, but most importantly of all, right out of the box, they add as a nice little memento that players are willing to take away with them, not just because of their presentation, but the amount of investment it allows them to make in their characters. And that's something that is going to carry on the legacy of this game. And you know what? It doesn't matter what colour your passport is at that point. Red or blue, that is something special. Has anyone pitched green though? Is it too late to do that? Can we get a review?